Fuck me!
Happy New Year!
You are now reacting to a 3-member female doo-wop group who debuted in 2014
Doo-wop.
called the Barberettes.
Ooh.
Wow.
From their 2017 EP, The Barberettes Winter, you'll be reacting to their song called White Blanket. The white blanket in the title is the snow covering everything, but although it's cold outside, the couple is warm because of their love.
Oh my goodness, that is so cute. All right, here we go.
Wonderful. Let's go.
I'm a sucker for that.
Oh. Oh, these chords.
The contrary motion
Ooh, the
builds
colors.
Da, 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 da.
Oh yeah, we're in the holidays for sure. Oh yeah. Ooh, I like the fade out.
Look how cute they are.
That was like a sharp 13,
The
right?
tremolo. What's coming? I
flat
don't know.
13.
Sleigh bells.
Yes!
Yeah, okay, that's it. This is where Christmas is at.
Okay, you know
Gotta
what's good,
have
though?
that like swing, you know what I'm saying?
But you know what's
That
good though?
swing feel.
It's the acoustic bass.
That's good.
Acoustic bass. You get some dominant pedal point.
I totally get what they're trying to do here, especially because they're going for that whole like doo-wop vibe.
Oh, I love the jazz guitar in the background. It's a good switch from the piano. Ooh, that unison is beautiful.
I love the contrast in their voices.
I love jazz vibraphone. I don't think it gets used enough.
Ah.
Oh, the strings. I love strings in like any jazz tune.
Oh.
Modulate. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I like that dancer. Cheers. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Fuck me!
Happy New Year!
Why am I not sickened by how often they repeat Merry Christmas? I'm like, yeah, Merry Christmas. Oh, yes, meter, or rather, subdivisions. Instead of da 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 da, it's da 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 da.
I have no words. Whoever's writing for the piano knows the hell out of their voice leading.
No, I don't want to see it empty.
Don't turn off the Christmas lights. Don't you dare. Yeah.
They added the ninth.
Yeah, the evasion.
No,
That's
they
not
just-
even evasion.
no, it's just a ninth.
Yeah, you just add. Yeah.
Yeah, you just a ninth.
I love that. Oh my god. Everything about that was so good.
That was really good.
That's what I want. I want Christmas, jazz, and like soul vibes.
I could tell that they're going for like the 1920s like
Yeah.
groups, like the Supremes or something. Not the Supremes, actually. It's just like, what are one of those like trio groups that are just like more like,
Mr. Sandman.
yeah, what group
Bring
is that?
me a dream.
I don't even know
don't
what.
know.
Yeah, like I don't even know what they were called. What
Yeah,
they
but
were.
just those
Yeah.
barbershop-y groups in the 1920s.
They're just like the super soft voices and just like the all-American girl.
But the cool harmonies.
Yes.
You know?
that's something that would always go overlooked with like groups like those. It's just like the amount of effort and work you put into harmonization with 3 people is hard, and they did so good, especially over a blues. It was a standard blues, but they used a lot of like substitution chords, so they would go to the tritone or the secondary dominant, and when you're harmonizing over that, it's pretty hard, especially like just playing over that. And they're like, oh, we're just gonna add harmony, like no big deal. And it was just like so freaking good, and I really liked how they added the male voice because it was such a great contrast.
It was a really good contrast, yeah.
Voice.
Got it down.
You know, I don't know what it is about jazz and Christmas, but they just go together. Like, I don't know what things that go, like peanut butter and jelly. You know, it's like, and that's what gets me about Christmas is it's like a time of change and stuff, and it always makes me a little sad because I'm like, I'm not exactly where I want to be with my life. But then like the jazz, it kind of makes me like feel like I'm sitting next to a fire, like sipping some whiskey, and just but there's also that like great, because it's great. Christmas is great. You get to be around your family and you get to eat good food, and it's cold out and warm inside, and there's fires and gray, and then so I feel like because things can be so gray during Christmas, like the happiness and stuff is so much more like polarized and happy. I really like how the Barberettes combined that, because we had that like slow, and I think that's why jazz works so well for the holidays. We had that like slow bluesy intro, and then we had like more upbeat jazz, and we got back to the slow blues at the end, and then everyone was gone, and I was like, see, that's what happens after Christmas, everyone leaves.
10 out of 10. Would listen again. Love the tambourine.
If we look at like your classic 60s or 50s Christmas song, this definitely pays homage to that and wears its influence on its sleeve, because it doesn't do anything outside of that rubric. But it's a very welcome callback to that, because, you know, you have the key change at the end. And then, you know, the last phrase gets extended like a few extra bars. They repeat the last line a few times over. And then, you know, they reference a little T, 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 which they loved doing back then. Back then, like Frank Sinatra would sing a song that's about Christmas, and then the orchestra would start with like a reference to Jingle Bells or White Christmas or something famous. And then Frank Sinatra would come in and be like, Christmas, and sing something totally different, you know? Yeah, but this does everything right, I think. When the backing vocals came in, there were harmonies or even just octaves. It sounded very pleasant, and it filled up the musical space. So very enjoyed this White Blanket. It was not cold at all.
You guys are now comparing White Blanket to their song Winter Wind, released in 2018 on their Santa is Busy EP. The song is about how the cold winter wind hurts. But the winter wind could also be a metaphor for being lonely, because the song ends with, "You are so warm, I am happy."
It could also be a reference to Chopin.
And you're practicing alone.
Chopin's Winter Wind Etude, everybody.
I thought that was pretty good.
I almost missed.
I love when they sing and then there's an orchestral hit. So effective.
Jingle bells,
Yeah, just sleigh bells and piano right now. And there's the rest.
brass, like more big band
Just
style.
bass with the piano now.
Close harmony vocals. Ooh! Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, it sounds like the genre called brill building, which is that wave of 60s girl groups. Brill building, look it up.
Something about shakers and jingle bells just really make it seem like it's snowing.
Cool harmony with the lower voice.
I like these ad libs.
I'll say that. The chords are really good. Yep. They've got extensions.
Ooh, get that major second.
That was cool. They tonicized minor 3 and then brought it down by half steps to get back to 1.
That's some
This-
Alberti bass right there.
I love the Hocket. That's so cute. Hocket is when there's several different people or instruments providing one note to a musical line.
Yeah. Okay, nice. I like that. Flat to major.
That was cool.
It's like a pre-chorus. Yeah, there's a pre-chorus. 5, 1. Oh! Another big 5. 1.
There we are.
That was great.
This is it. This is peak music.
You better fill in those breaks, Strummer. Da-da-da. Do you hear the bass? Just fucking clanking on that.
Isn't the same thing that they did in the other song?
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah, no, they made it 3 syllables. You're right. What? Christmas is what they said. Right at the beginning?
Love it.
Merry Christmas. It was hot.
Love it. Like that's all Christmas. I mean, that's like the fun side of Christmas, I think.
I love that. I love that so much.
That was so cute.
Like, this is what I want. This is what I want. I want Christmas music, barber, like, shop, everything jazz. Like, this is what I need. I'm gonna listen to this and drink hot chocolate.
Well, I just really enjoyed the rhythm section. That's one thing you need is like a strong rhythm section in any jazz band, because that is the foundation of the group. That's where your time is coming from, where everything is coming from. And the bass player was just like super there. Like, it was very apparent, and I loved it and kept the beat going and everything.
Did you guys like White Blanket or this one better?
I feel like this one had a different vibe than
Yeah.
White Blanket.
I like White Blanket better, just personally. Like, I really, really get into the harmonies and all of that. This one was more like, cutesy.
Because it was swing.
Yeah.
White Blanket was a ballad.
Yeah, it was. This one was way more cutesy.
The first one, because they featured their acapella more, I think, and I really liked that.
It was like more varied too, I think. I think there was definitely some bright moments in the second one. There's one of those entrances that comes in like da 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 da, where they just come in like a little bit early, and it's got so much bite to it. It's so nice.
I like White Blanket more.
I kind of
maybe because of the music video and it.
White
it felt
Blanket
more
reminds
cheery.
me more of being with friends. This one reminds me more of being like out Christmas
Alone?
caroling with like people from school and stuff.
Oh.
You know, and that one was like friends being together, being happy, being like Merry Christmas. I'm like, I want to be with my friends.
Oh.
And
yeah,
the other one is
first
like
one,
I'm
I
playing
felt that
bass
too.
like at concerts and stuff. Yeah.
Oh,
I
you felt more of the
like it
performance
almost
in the
felt
second one.
more like for the second one was almost more like the commercialized version of Christmas, and then the first one was more like the family kind of Christmas.
So what you're
Is
saying
that
is
weird?
the first one is the song you play in the car when you're driving to Kohl's, and then the second one is the
This is
song
what
you hear in Kohl's.
Exactly. Merry Christmas.
That was like 3 inches from my face.